some people have likened this to the same arguments that were given in defense of the slave trade.
Oh, no, please. How can they do that? I mean, Peter, I think sometimes some people, I don't know how they think, but one thing I can confirm is that the reason for the Spanish working with the Gambia, it has to do with our mutual bilateral relations where we can be able to be of support to each other. Now, remember, Gambia is not the only country that is in this scheme. Morocco is also in this scheme. In fact, Morocco started
the question is not who
I'm
this
coming.
agreement.
No, what I'm saying is that
what justifies Gambians being identified by the Spanish?
The minister's statements have been taken out of context. It's not the only justification. It's not. In fact, I don't think it's justification in that sense. I mean, the minister was just making a point, thinking that perhaps there's an added advantage because of the way our physical outlook. But I don't think it really. It is symbolic of the relationship. That is his own views of. He thinks that's an advantage. Gambians are tall, our physical characteristic. I think this is something we need to be proud of. To say that we are tall, we are this. I don't think that's an issue. I wouldn't like that to slip that. Then that'll be too much. So what is important is that the Gambia government, under the leadership of His Excellency the President, has found ways and has taken measures to provide employment for young Gambians in this country. But also for those who don't want to work in this country, which is a matter of choice, he has found alternative pathways, safe pathways to go to other countries and work so they don't have to take the back way. That is the most important issue here. Now, everything else is just, for me, is petty. It's not important. What is important is that the president is committed to providing 150,000 jobs for Gambians under the life cycle of the labor policy. That is one thing. Secondly, also, to ensure that to stop the back way where young people go and die in the Mediterranean and Atlantic Oceans, to find alternative and safe pathways to go to Europe and migrate and work and come back to their country and contribute to national development. That is what is important. I think we also support this initiative.
Okay, let me just go through the entire statement. This is by Sekou Kamara. The Gambia's Minister of Trade, Babukar Diouf, stated today on Coffee Time with Peter Gomez that recruiting Gambian youths to pick agricultural produce in Spain is far cheaper than hiring South American laborers who currently make up most of Spain's agricultural workforce. However, what I found both asinine and deeply insulting was his justification. He claimed that Gambian youths are physically more suitable for picking oranges in Spain due to their physical attributes. In his own words, Gambians are physically taller and wouldn't need ladders to climb and reach fruits while picking in the farms. Let me remind the minister, this is one of the most degrading statements I have ever heard from a state official. It echoes the same rhetoric used by slave traders to justify the enslavement of Africans, arguing that they were physically superior to white indentured servants and Native Americans who were deemed too fragile for plantation labor. This is modern-day slavery in another form, voluntarily surrendering our young people to be exploited by the descendants of former slave masters using their physical build as a selling point. Does he have a point?
No, I mean, obviously, this particular person is a UDP guy. So obviously, what do you expect from him? Looking at, you listen to an hour of interview. I listened to a very, very brilliant interview. The minister talked about very important issues. He didn't pick anything up which was of significance except this petty side talk. What is important is that the minister also talked about proximity to Spain, which is an advantage, but also that fact that we speak English. So, I mean, this was a side talk, and I think this guy would have been honest enough to discuss some of the important issues that the minister spoke about, which were more important than this petty side talk. What is important is that the Gambia, through the government of the Gambia, is ready and working hard to look for partners globally, where we can also provide employment for our young people, and they can so they can work in dignity and get the necessary experience and the financial resources to come back and contribute to national development and transform their lives. That is, in addition to those we are helping to succeed in this country, there are those who don't want to work here. That is why when people talk about unemployment rate in the Gambia is too high, based on the data we have, youth unemployment is 10.6% and not 40-something%. That's the difference between someone who is not working and someone who's unemployed.
10 point what percent?
6%.
Only that?
Youth unemployment. In fact, unemployment rate is 7.6%.
Can you make those figures public?
Of course. GBOS has done a recent survey. What people need to understand is that there's a difference between someone who is not working and someone who's unemployed. Unemployment has a technical definition. If the four of us are sitting here, me and all of us are not working, but me and you are constantly for the past 4 weeks looking for a job and are ready to go into the job market, we are counted as unemployed. These two are doing no, they are not unemployed. They are not working. They cannot be counted in unemployment rate counting. That is how unemployment is measured. That is someone who is not working, but constantly for the past 4 weeks searching for a job and is ready to go into the job market. This is someone who's counted as unemployed. Now, someone who's sitting and doing nothing and not looking for a job, and the only thing he wants to do is to travel. Every attempt, everything he does is to look for ways to. He's not unemployed in the technical meaning of the word. But also, when they count the unemployed in Gambia, they count in the youth bracket, 15 to 25, 15 to 35. Someone who's 15, 16, 17, 18 is in school. They can be counted as someone who's unemployed.
The president wants to talk.
No, but they count them as unemployed. So that is why what I'm trying to tell you is very important. The youth unemployment rate, based on the right statistics, is 10.63%. That is what is up. That's from Statistica.
And you described it as the right statistics.
Yeah.
All other statistics are wrong statistics.
In fact, there is no other statistics. Tell me other statistics. Which one?
Well, there was a time, 2-3 years ago, when President Barrow was opening one of these youth summits. Is it Africa Connect, where he gave the youth?
But that's 2-3 years ago.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. That is why
you said there are no other.
I mean,
numbers.
recent. That, I mean, data is important. That is always new. You cannot rely on old data when there is new data.
No, you just asked.
So currently there is no other modern recent data which gives us the correct data, which is more recent. Is a youth unemployment is 6.3%. General unemployment 7.6%, and this is GBOS data, and this is data backed by international institutions that collect data on African countries. That is the fact. But people think that anybody who's sitting is unemployed. No, there are people who are sitting, they don't want to work. All they want to do is to travel, or they want to just sit and do nothing. They cannot be counted as unemployed in the technical sense of the word.